right.
Here. Okay.
Okay.
Don't stand on there. This may not work. This is the first time we've done this on the.
Okay. I don't know where do I click in on that so I can be heard? Let me see, chat.
Yeah, I can hear you.
We can hear
Oh,
you.
okay.
Yeah, I
Turn
turned
on
off
your
your face. I need to see your face. Can you
Oh,
turn
no.
your picture back on?
It says start video, but it's a red line through it.
Okay, click on that.
I was wondering.
Yeah, because I saw your face a minute ago.
Okay, what about that?
Okay, yeah, give it a second.
There you
go.
There we go.
Bar. All right.
Oh, but I'm seeing a science and leader in 2021 Gartner Magic Quadrant for Meeting Solutions. What is this?
I don't know. You're looking at some ad.
Keep the report. Something, I don't know what this is, but I can't see you all now.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, but yeah, I can see you. I can see you. I can hear you.
Click on gallery. If you see gallery, click on gallery.
Okay.
In the
gallery.
top right corner
Okay. Top right corner.
of Zoom.
Nope, I don't see gallery.
Do you see the Zoom button at the bottom of your page?
I see it at the top.
It's okay.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
is this?
Yeah, click on that.
I don't know what that was. I just clicked. I seem to have this problem every time. I'm sorry, guys.
That's okay. We'll record everything so you can see the link afterwards too, so you can watch it if you miss it.
Be able to see me though, right?
You know, it didn't ask me for the ID. Maybe that's why I'm having problems.
No, the link I sent you was a direct link, so you didn't need the ID.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Christine here. Hi, Christine.
Hi, how are you?
We have Mia is here. Kathleen is on the beach.
Well, I
Oh,
actually do live
man.
in Florida, so yes, but you guys are a blessing to me.
Aw.
Yeah,
So
Damon is here. Hi, Damon.
Hi.
sweet.
Bobby and Wayne and Shannon.
Hello.
Michael. And
Yes.
I think
Hello,
we got
everyone.
Okay, so here we go. We are going to make corn succotash today.
Woohoo.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I was able to do this recipe with the chef from Fahrenheit. And so they had a library session. We all zoomed in to Chef Whalen and he taught us how to make this dish. So here we go.
Awesome.
So you will need corn on the cob. You can buy it frozen, put it in your oven on 350 degrees for about 15 minutes and gets this beautiful char on there, beautiful roasted corn.
Nice.
If you do not have corn on the cob or can't find it, you can use regular corn. Stick it in the oven under broil for about, I don't know, a minute. And then you can, that's, you know, like another option that you can do as well. So I am cutting the corn off the cob. I'm almost done here. I have most of my stuff all pre-cut, which is very good. I could not find a poblano pepper. I'm so sad. But I mean, Honey has them. They didn't have them, so very upset. But so I'm using, you could use a red pepper, you can use green pepper. The poblano pepper just gives it a really cool taste. So if you can find a poblano pepper, they're wonderful. This recipe calls for shallots, which is an onion, but a little bit sweeter and a little tangier. So that's what makes it really nice in the recipe. So I'm just gonna kind of bring that over so you can hopefully see the shallot. I'm gonna say, can you see that okay? Or not so much. So
Yeah.
there's the shallots. They're a little red with the pepper cut on the side. So
Nice.
So all your ingredients, you want to have olive oil. So
Yeah.
everybody's got olive oil in their kitchen because it's healthy, correct?
Yes, it is. Very.
If you're gonna add maple syrup at the end, awesome. If you're going totally vegan, you're not allowed to have this.
No butter.
No butter if you're going vegan, okay? If you have some parsley flakes in your herb drawer, yeah, or if you have, you can even use chives. If you have chives, you can use thyme if you want to. So any good herbs that you love, you can put in this as well. To make it more of a meal, a vegan meal, you can add sweet potato, which I have in the oven. They're almost done. You can add walnuts if you want to. Amazing. You can add spinach to this if you want to. Throw in some fresh spinach. Super amazing, right? So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna bring the camera over. Holy smokes. We'll see how this is gonna work, okay, you guys. So you throw in your olive oil, of course. Nobody's cooking with me. Bummer. I'm telling you, I thought everybody'd be in their kitchens. Not so much.
I didn't know.
Yeah, maybe next time we'll have it ready. Yeah.
I like watching.
This is our
because
first cooking one, so you're our test run.
So you get your shallots in there with your oil, and of course you need a spatula. So it's gonna take, about a couple minutes to get those onions a little translucent, right? So cook those down. Don't add your butter yet, okay? That's
Butter.
if you're.
We're unmuted.
Damon, you like butter?
Yeah,
Or you going vegan?
no.
No, okay. All right. So we're just gonna let that cook down a little bit. Make sure your
Yes,
peppers
do
are
not
cut.
talk.
Since the
Was-
corn is already cooked through, it won't take long. You'll be surprised how fast this recipe goes. Since everything's cooked, the corn is already cooked through.
What setting do I put my easy bake oven on?
That was a good one.
Your corn will roast very quickly in one of those, I hear.
Yeah.
Those light bulbs are amazing. That's something I always wanted to have as a kid and never got one. Anybody else have an easy bake oven?
I had one.
I didn't, but I wanted one.
I bought one for my granddaughter. She loves to cook.
Aw.
Yeah.
So will you post this recipe on Facebook? Will you post?
So Shannon, I think Shannon, you're on mute.
I'm here trying to talk and I'm on mute. I'm sorry. So yes, if you look in the chat, I'm gonna send the link to the chat message here, and then I'll also put it on Facebook.
Great.
So you can
Good.
follow along.
So like I said, it only takes about a minute to get these a little translucent, and it goes pretty quick actually. You'd be surprised. They're almost there. So then we're gonna go ahead in and add the peppers. And I'm sorry, I don't have a GoPro camera for you guys to see all of this. Too bad.
No, what's too bad, we can't get a taste test.
Right.
That's what's too bad.
So here's your corn all cut up off the cob. It
Yeah.
didn't take long. You pull it out of the oven, let it cool for a good 5 minutes, cut it off the cob, throw it into your saucepan. I'm a big fan of cast iron. Big fan.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. So I use this cast iron skillet almost every night. So it gets a good amount of use. And it's supposedly, you need less iron pills if you use one of these. I don't know if that's true, but what do you think of that, Dina? Is that true?
I don't think, I have no idea. I don't know those.
I have one that belongs to my great grandmother.
With cast iron, you have to do the oil, like you have to, whatever that's called, season
You
it?
have to prep your pan. Yes. Almost every day. Yeah, you have to prep your pan, which
Yes,
means,
do.
yeah, you never use soap and water on your cast iron. You just
Wow.
get a brush with some hot water and brush it out. And then you take your olive oil and you heat up the pan and it sort of singes onto the pan. You have to watch it carefully so it doesn't obviously burn.
Wow.
But yeah, that's how you get your pan ready. But I'm telling you, once your pan's ready, it's wonderful. So you add some salt, add some pepper, freshly ground if you got it. If
Amen.
not, it's okay. And you do your salt and pepper to taste. So right from my 1957 oven comes the sweet potato.
Mhm.
So when we did the kitchen, we had to take the floor out because it was linoleum. And it was beige with red and blue swirls. It was beautiful. Not really. So when we took it down, we had to take some of the flooring out, and under the flooring, we discovered that there was chipmunks under the kitchen floor.
Oh, wow.
Get out, right? So
This is not rats.
yeah, so the house is a little bit newer to us, so we killed the chipmunks, and and we put a new floor in, and we had the whole house tuck pointed, and we put a steel plate in where we thought they were coming from, so they can't eat through the steel plate. So yeah, so now we are chipmunk free. Anyways, you cut up your sweet potato. You can keep big chunks, little chunks, doesn't matter. Keep the skin on because it's got some great vitamin A in there for you, of course. And add that in. Ooh, that's good. So the last thing you add is your maple syrup and your parsley, if you have it. I grow fresh thyme in the garden, so I love to put thyme in everything, even on my eggs, you know. So my poor kids, they go home with brown paper bags with thyme in them, so they dry on their countertop, and then they can just pull the leaves and put it in their food. So
That sounds real good.
yeah, somewhat spoiled, but they like it. So I think they said 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. So to taste, right? Okay, so just a little bit. You don't need a lot, but it really is wonderful. Oh, you can hear it sizzle, huh?
Uh-huh.
That is awesome. All right, I feel like Julia.
You have my mouth watering.
Yeah.
All right, I am going to show it to you. I don't know how this is going to work, really.
Okay,
Computer over. How's that?
that sounds good. Ooh.
Oh, hang on. Aha!
Uh-huh.
Is that? Can you see it? Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That looks really good.
It sure
So
does.
if you guys have, like I said, walnuts, you can throw walnuts in. It gives it a little more of a
Walnuts,
raw kind of
really?
flavor. Yeah. So spinach, I've thrown spinach in with it, fresh spinach. It's wonderful. What else have I done? Sometimes when I'm really not vegan, I'll throw some chicken in there too.
Yeah,
So,
I bet that would be good.
yeah, so all of that, right?
Mhm.
So you can tell it didn't take long. Not long at all.
That's
No.
good.
The prep isn't bad. You throw the sweet potatoes in the oven, you throw the corn in the oven. So not bad, right?
Yes.
You could definitely do this. This one is not hard to
So
do.
how many people does that feed, do you think?
Oh, geez.
All of us.
I
All of us. Every one of us.
4 or 5. But you know, this stuff, if you make this, you will not have leftovers.
Okay.
It does not
I bet.
last. Yeah,
bet.
so my boys always head back and they're like, I'm just gonna have another one of these, you know, and you know, it
I
doesn't
gotta
last
admit.
at all. I never have leftovers with this.
Jerry, I
Uh-huh.
gotta, I
Isn't
gotta
that
admit, when I do it, Jerry, I could corner. I'll go right to Walmart. Really complete.
Yeah, and like
You
I
know-
said, you can substitute in and out. You don't have to use corn on the cob. You can use frozen corn too. That works just as well. I
Uh-huh.
would not use
I-
canned corn.
I just go and buy the whole can.
I hear you.
Yeah,
Uh,
so in the fall, we were making it, you know, I do husk the corn and put it in the oven. If you leave the husk on, it's gonna take a good 45 minutes to roast the corn that way. So I
Can
tend,
you cook cornbread,
I love cornbread.
Mexican cornbread?
yeah.
You not to make that? It's called Mexican cornbread.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
Mexican
Mexican
Oh,
cornbread.
yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that and it's got kernels of corn and peppers in it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
real good.
Mhm.
I would wonder, is it easy to make?
I tell you guys a great recipe for cornbread. Get the Jiffy mix and use buttermilk instead of the regular milk.
Okay.
It is so delicious. Use the 1 egg, but use the buttermilk instead of regular milk.
Nice.
It makes it taste more like scratch cornbread.
Okay.
Instead of egg, you egg whites.
It's
Mhm.
healthier, yes.
That
Yeah,
sounds
I've
so
done
good.
cornbread with, you know, the cornmeal, of course, and buttermilk. Yeah.
Mhm.
And just a little bit of white flour. And I'm really bad, you know, I will add the dry active yeast to mine so it rises better.
Oh, yeah.
It's a total cheat, but you know, I think it tastes better.
If you're gonna cook like Julia Childs, you'd have to have wine in it, and it goes something like this. And then you take the wine and you pour it in a little bit, and then you try a little bit of wine, make sure it's really
You
good.
waking up the dog.
Yeah, really. I got her attention, his attention. Know what Dad's doing. But anyway,
Yeah,
I do a good imitation of her.
Yes, you do.
I love your Julia.
Yeah. You try a little bit of wine and then you have to drink a little bit to make sure it's really good.
Yeah.
So anyway.
So we're all good. Yeah, no wine in this recipe, sorry.
Yeah. Well, that's vegan.
It is vegan.
That's a good one. A real good one.
So I did end up adding some butter, so not truly vegan today, so. But it looks super and it smells unbelievable. And so now I need a spoon, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Need us there. You need us
Here
there.
wants
That's
to
what
sign
you
off so
need.
she can eat dinner now.
Yeah, I got a big spoon.
Oh, that's nice.
All we need now, our screen got a smell-o-vision on it.
Yep. Yeah, the smell-o-vision and taste-o-vision.
The scratches.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yes.
That is really awesome. Too bad you can't have any.
Here.
Yeah, Uber will be right over with like 8 bowls.
Right.
Yeah, Uber Eats are on the way, exactly.
Oh, now what's going on?
Oh, that's me. I'm sorry.
Oh, beautiful.
I was trying to show, this is the link that I sent, is a link to the recipe.
Oh, I was about to say. This
That's
looks like
great.
succotash, yes.
So yeah, so these are the ingredients that Karen went over and the instructions and all that kind of stuff.
Super.
So yeah, I sent the link in the chat so you can open it up and download it and save it, and we can all talk about how ours came out if it came, or any changes we made to the recipe.
Yeah, maybe in the summertime, we'll do a potluck and we can all, I'll make it.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
That'll be real fun.
Is everybody healthy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I eat healthy.
Yeah.
Karen,
Yes.
do you eat this, can you eat this cold or is it eaten warm?
Yeah, I've eaten it cold, yes.
I was just wondering, it looks like it would be good cold or warm.
Yes, yeah, you can eat it cold. It's good cold too. Yeah. Mhm. That's your midnight snack. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, you can eat it cold or warm.
Yeah.
But on a cold day,
Yeah, because I'm thinking if you did it cold, it would be like a picnic salad or something like that. It could probably translate
Mhm.
pretty well like that.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, and it would be really tasty too, especially with that maple syrup. It'll be really
Yes,
good.
it would be.
Yeah.
That's such a unique twist, because everything else is so savory, to put that maple syrup in it.
Sure. Yeah, yes.
Yeah, yeah, and you don't need a lot,
Yeah.
but it really does. I think that's what makes the dish. The one time I made it and I was out of maple syrup and everybody could tell. I was like, "Hey."
Oops.
I was like, "Yeah, you're right. It's
I
not."
have a question. Do you use what is scallion?
A shallot is an onion, but it's when you see it, it's more of a narrow or smaller onion. So it's part of the onion family, and it's sweet and a little tangy, so it adds a nice flavor to the dish as well.
Now, I hate onions. Do you have to use the onion?
No, you don't have to use the onion.
That's pretty good.
No, you don't have to use the onion, but you got to put in spinach then.
I used to like onions, but I blame my grandfather even possible for the reason I like it no more. Eating the onion like an apple
Uh,
and be right into I was done with onion.
I've seen people do that. They eat it just like an apple.
Oh,
Mhm.
God.
Mm.
Yeah, you can also substitute chives if you want to into this dish. And then my guess, if you wanted to do like a sweet onion, that would be really good in here too.
Mhm.
So there's all kinds of, what's nice is you can use what's in your refrigerator, hopefully, and make the dish. That's
Mhm.
if you have a bag of frozen corn. Any questions today? No? Okay, good.
I think we asked all our questions.
Where's Julia when we need her?
Right.
Yeah, I don't claim to be a Julia, but I love to cook.
I do too.
Yeah, I
I
can
do
tell.
too.
Maybe this is a good time to talk about the upcoming meetings and what we discussed in our just little mini meeting that we had between just a few of us, just so see if you guys are on the same page. We were thinking that we would do, does everybody remember when we talked to the, and it was you who set it up, Karen, the Cuyahoga County Library, and that you could get
Oh,
books
yeah.
through the library and all that. We were thinking about doing a book club.
Mhm.
Because through the library, you could get free, you could listen to it, you could read it. And so we could choose a book and maybe just give like 3 or 4 months to read it, and then we could discuss it in one of our meetings. And one of the books that someone brought up it might have been you, Karen, or I don't know who it was. Deborah Meyerson, Stolen Identity.
Yeah. It's about the
Yeah.
professor who had a stroke with aphasia and how she got through that.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, that's unless you guys have another suggestion that you guys have all read already. What do you think about reading, us all reading or listening to a book, and then talking about it in one of our meetings? Does that sound good? Because I don't see, does that sound good? Sorry.
It does. And what I do love the option of a book or literature that you could either read or hear the audio version of. I like that.
Yeah, and I actually like to, I like to read, I like to listen to it in the car. Like you can listen to it in small spurts, that at a time where someone else is reading it is I think it's very relaxing. But
Yes.
another, if we're gonna do the Metro Parks, that will be an offsite and probably in the spring where they can tell us about all the services they provide, which are pretty awesome. Especially the springtime and summertime things that they do.
At the cabin?
Well, they had told us a couple different places. We just have to make sure that paratransit goes to wherever.
That's true. That's so true.
So I'll make sure that they go there. And Michael, do you want to say something about that cyanotic?
Sure. What I know she hasn't been here in a while, but Teresa told me about, we went to lunch and she told me about this professor. His name is Dr. Waja. He was doing some research on anybody who's had a stroke or a brain injury on their gait. And he has theories and he's doing some research on some kind of electric stimulation to the leg in an effort after so many sessions to be able to improve someone's walking. So what he did was he teamed up with Cleveland State and he's doing his research there. He has a team there and reached out to Teresa and she gave the information to me. I spoke to Dr. Waja on Monday and I'm gonna come in for testing, possibly do a gait study with him, and he's gonna talk about his research and what he's working on, and if anybody be interested in participating in next month's meeting.
Very nice.
Well, that'd be really nice. I certainly would.
So
What we get the information from.
Bobby and I did that. Well, Bobby did it. I was just there. But they turned us into two study people, like where walking by herself was one gait, and then holding my hand and walking a little quicker was the other gait. So they did one session with her by herself and the other session with me. And then on the computer, you see little footprints, but no people, all you see is a footprints going. So it's kind of neat looking at that. But this is something where it stimulates the top of your foot and the bottom of your foot and the back of your leg. Just at the right, it knows when your muscle starts to move, it stimulates it a little bit more. So it helps you on drop foot. If your foot, I don't know all the different things, but if it doesn't lift up enough, or it gives you a longer gait or a little stronger gait and you wobble less. That's not really a medical term.
And I definitely.
Right now, I definitely know what you're saying.
But it was kind of neat, but he's looking at it as you can take this, not now, but the study, when the study's done, there's going to be an option where you can take it home and wear it occasionally, like so many hours a day or so many days a week. And through the Wi-Fi, they'll get readings from it, or either take the chip out like once a week or once a month, and they'll read the chip and get readings and see how strong you are in the morning when you first get up, how strong you are at noon after a little bit of time up, and then how strong you are at the end of the day, like after dinner. comparing all those walks and how all that. And I thought that would be kind of neat.
Mhm.
I agree.
That sounds good. Teresa's logged on now. So hi, Teresa.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Hello.
Well,
Her ears were ringing. We were talking about her.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed out. Sorry.
no, Teresa, I was just explaining to everybody about our lunch and what Dr. Wadja was talking about in his research, and he's going to be the speaker at next month's meeting.
Oh, good.
Oh, next
Okay.
month.
Do you have the earphone?
We're unmuted.
What
I'm
was it?
s- What did you say, Damon?
Do Michael get the information?
Michael, do you have the information about the study?
I'll talk to Teresa. I'll see what I could find. And if I don't have it, I'll see what my friend has and I'll make sure it gets posted ASAP.
Okay, thank you.
Is he looking for people for the study?
Yes.
Oh, great.
So
Because I'm definitely interested.
Yeah, that's.
I
good. Go
oh
ahead,
sorry, my
I'm sorry.
stroke was a couple of years ago, and I mean I could barely walk, but I mean that was a while ago, and I don't know, I don't see it as affecting me anymore. Is there, well, I mean, not like I expect you to know, Michael, but like a time cutoff, you know what I mean, as far as like when the stroke was?
Our stroke was 8 years ago and they took us.
Yeah,
Okay.
mine was 6
Got it.
years ago and I'm going in next month for testing. So there is
Great.
no time constraint.
I
If
have,
they-
I have a point.
go
Yes.
ahead.
My stroke was a little over 9 years ago, and I still have a lot of weakness and I fall down due to my right leg. And I actually went through the study already that Bobby did with them as well. And it was kind of interesting for me because I found that my gait is completely out of timing on the right side versus the left side. My leg's not picking up enough, so it doesn't push my knee forward properly. And so my whole gait still is messed up 9 years later. And it was still helping me find things out about my walk that I didn't
Mhm.
know. And unless because of the pad on the floor, you get to see how the impression of how each foot's doing as well. And I actually walked I'll just say disoriented for lack of better words. My feet don't always go straight ahead. Sometimes they're a little bit sideways and this and that. But when I had that when I had the sleeve on, it actually started making me walk straighter by the time I was done with the whole session. We'd walked a lot of different ways, and I found out that the back of my foot wasn't coming off the ground quick enough so that I wasn't getting a full motion in my leg, and it affected me all the way up to my hips. So I learned something. If I have a long enough space in my house to try to take it home, because I think Wayne was telling me that it has to be so many feet long, and I'm not sure my house is long enough in any one spot to do it. But it could be very beneficial, I think, because the repetition, correct repetition is what's key.
That's good.
Well, you know what I think is interesting too, though, is that because like that was 2.5 years ago for me. I'm sure I do walk differently, but I don't, you know what I mean? Like I don't realize how that is. I'm just, I just know how I walk now compared to how I did then. It's
Right.
interesting.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Well,
you know
and
what else is interesting? Whatever's going on with us physically affects your walking.
Mhm.
Sure.
Finding that out
absolutely.
more and more every day. I recently had a really bad fall, and I fell face forward and hit my head, bam, on the wall, on the floor. And I just noticed, I'm telling my doctor today, I noticed that just this week, I'm dragging that foot again.
Mm. Yeah. So hopefully that if you can get in with this study, it can help to retrain your brain to pick up properly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they'll tell you what's going on and then you'll be aware of that. And then you can think about it as you're walking later.
Mhm.
But right now it's not going home. So they have to continue these studies until it gets done.
Mhm.
And that's later down the road. They're going to try it for the home version.
Gotcha. That sounds
Wouldn't
good.
that be wonderful for the home version? Wow,
Mm-hmm.
that would be great.
Yeah, like I said, it would be interesting to see how you walk when you first get up, wide awake and not worn out at all. And then how you walk at noon after a half a day and how you walk in, like at 7 or 8 after
Yeah.
the whole day's been gone.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And that's
Have
what
that-
I noticed too in myself. When I'm really tired, I drag that foot.
Yeah.
I
have
really
that big lunch and then you
drag
wobble more.
where I compensate. I just to myself, I think so. Lift that foot up, lift that foot up, lift that foot up, lift that foot up. That's the way I try to compensate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have that big lunch and you wobble more.
After all the succotash.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So speaking of food, we also want to have a meeting. I know everybody's always interested in this topic, just in the past. We want to get a dietitian in, and they'll probably talk about the Mediterranean diet. And we're also very curious. I'm curious about this Noom. Has anybody heard of this Noom?
Yeah.
It changes you psychologically or something. I would love somebody to explain that to me, because it teaches you to eat better.
Like, yeah, not Noom. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the Noom,
Okay.
it's the app. It's kind of like a behavior modification,
Yeah.
where it's not giving you a diet, but you learn about yourself, as far as, if you have an issue with eating, then it is kind of like, am I eating, more during depression, or this is why. You get to the root of it, so that if you understand it, it helps you get a better grip on it so that you can control it better. And I've heard really good things about it. I kind of wanted to look into it myself, because I heard very positive feedback about it. It seemed like a healthy approach to understanding your body, understanding how to relate to food in a healthy way.
Yeah, I hope that we can find somebody that could tell us more about it, or maybe before we have the meeting, like I'll sign up for it and see what it's all about and be able to explain it better. But I think it sounds very interesting. And Michael, you'll get us hooked up with something with golf, talk about that golf program. Are you still involved?
Oh, yeah. I could
yeah.
easily, I'll happily set something up. Which month were you possibly thinking of time frame? If you,
Well, since it's like a summer thing, probably early summer, if not late spring, just because is it more of a summer? Is it more, you can do it all year round? You tell me. I don't know.
right. I would suggest they have they do like 4 fundraisers a year. Their big thing is the Join the Turn outing, golf outing, which they do in June. And so they do a lot of preparation for it. So to have them speak, I would recommend, say, May.
That would be a good time for it.
Yeah, we've had them in April. I think they actually prefer April, because
Oh,
a
yeah, I
lot of
could ask.
a lot of their people start filtering in May.
Okay.
But
I
Sure.
we
love
had the
that
Metro Parks
program.
were
I
penciled
love
in for
that
April, I
program.
think.
I was a natural too. I don't know why, but I was a natural. I loved it so much. And
Wow.
you have to be approved by the PT. So I'm looking to go back once I get stronger.
Excellent.
It's very cool. Hey, Dina, do you think would we be able to combine the Metro Parks with the Return to Golf, if the Return to Golf people came to the Metro Parks? Or would that be
If they came to the Metro Parks, yeah.
Because I know Metro Parks offers golf too, so I didn't want to, but the Turn is
yeah.
completely different.
Yeah.
Because they do the yoga and the fitness classes and some of those other adaptive things. But Metro Parks and the Turn are both adaptive activities.
Yeah.
So they might work well together. They might play well together, but it might be.
Yeah, well, I'll have to ask.
So
Yeah.
they know each other.
Yeah,
I
they know each
bit
other.
about So they
They'll be
know each-
friends.
I think if we're going to actually go to the metro parks, maybe we go in May and have the golf in April.
Okay.
You guys not
Alright.
talking about the golfing for people with disabilities?
Yes.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Program,
It
okay.
used to, yeah, over in North Olmsted, it used to be called
Yeah.
the Turn to Golf. Now it's just called the Turn.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they are awesome. I've been there. I've been a member. I heard about them from the meeting and I joined 2 months later. I've been with them. This is gonna be my going on 5 years.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
So that is for sure that we want to do the golf, we want to do the Metro Park, we want to do the dietitian. And we actually have more things that on our list than we have months for sure. But research night for sure. We'll reach out to Cindy because everybody loves research night in October. That's usually the October meeting. And then Dr. Wilson, winter. I don't know what my note means. Okay. Wilson.
Dr.
don't
Wilson spoke last year.
They did? He
Yeah.
did?
Yeah, he's the neurologist who spoke last year. He spoke with Judy Barr. So Dr. Wilson and Judy Barr spoke together last year.
I do have to take this phone
Okay.
call. Somebody could keep talking.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 So
I was looking at your other page where it had all the dates listed down. So that's Dina, those are the notes I was going by.
she's on a phone call.
Okay, like I said, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Right. Yeah, because I know there was a yoga thing on the tentative
Mhm.
and the book club and the picnic. And Rec to Connect, what is that?
Rec to Connect is a program that involves more swimming. And they run out of an east side location and a west side location. And they have recreational therapists like me who run the program. So they do a lot of swimming activities, but I'm not really sure how you pay for that program.
Okay,
So I would have to call and find out there is a fee for that program. I just don't know what it is. So if anybody's interested in that, but let me find out a little bit more about it, if it actually applies to any of our folks or not.
okay.
I think that was an idea I was just throwing out.
Got
Brainstorming.
That sounds good.
Hey, the Valley Stables, I don't know what they call it actually. They have therapy horse riding. And
Ooh,
not everybody could do that, I think. I'm not sure. But they have it where you walk up a platform. It's a ramp, not steps. And then you get right over onto the horse from the horse's level. You don't climb up on it. Bobby did this a while back. And maybe you can get somebody from there to come and talk about that a little bit.
That's a
Some
great
people are in the horses, some people aren't.
that would be
At the Metro Zoo, they got camels ride people. The camel, you have to go up the step to the platform, and you can sit down on the camel.
Oh, wow.
and
Oh,
they
yeah, at
will-
the zoo.
Yeah.
We went to do that one time and we paid our money and waited in line and got up the steps, but she couldn't step across from the platform to the camel. There was a
Oh,
little
wow.
bit of a space there.
Yeah.
And then we went back down, had to cut through the crowd going upstream like, and then they gave us our money back. So they were really nice about it. And they gave us some time and they wanted to work with us and help us. But she just, at that time, that was a few years back, but
Right.
she couldn't do that step. Now she could probably do it.
Yeah.
But
I would take a picture of the camel at the zoo, and the camel there folded upon my picture.
Uh,
The shooter of the film and the camel stuck it in the picture.
That's funny. That's funny. So does anybody else have any plans for the new year?
I would say plans right now have sort of been delayed because of the frigid cold.
Everybody just staying inside, staying
Just
warm.
that, Michael? Is that the only thing for?
No, but like me, a lot, Shannon could attest to this. I pretty much, since I work Monday through Friday, the only time I have available right now is weekends. So I super book my weekends to where I visit, go to lunch, visit with friends, visit with family, all, every weekend.
And
But
go to Big Lots.
Since it's so cold, I want to see you, but let's wait.
Yeah, that sounds good. So, and Wayne, are you all still meeting it for breakfast this month? When's the February date? Is he still on?
Wow. Well, I will check whatever
Oh.
the breakfast, the
Perkins breakfast.
unofficial at Perkins, the stroke
Unsanctioned?
unofficial breakfast or unsanctioned breakfast or sub.
um, I was muted before, so I was talking and I couldn't hear myself. But
Okay.
anyway, we're shooting for the second Saturday every month,
Okay.
and we're shooting for 10 o'clock
Yep.
at the Middleburg Heights Perkins.
Okay.
Yes.
And if you go there, you can't ask for the stroke group because they don't take reservations and they're not really saving us an area. But if you tell them 8 people, they don't take reservations, so you can't call them ahead. But if you tell them 8 people and we're the stroke group, then they'll know that when people show up, they'll send you that area. I'm going to say that's a good number. We might only have 4 or 5, but as time goes on, I'm thinking we'll pick up a few more.
Okay.
Would the info be posted?
Yeah, I'll put it on the Facebook page. Let me show you this. So here we go. So here's the information. And so if we're doing it on the second, so you
What
said
time?
the second Saturday, the
Under
Perkins,
what? Under about what time?
10 a.m.
Yeah, that's not on there, is it? We need to
No, I
add.
didn't put it on there, but I will.
Yeah,
I'll
because
update it because I didn't know all the details. This is back from Christmas. This is the Christmas announcement. So I'll go ahead and I'll resend the email out to everybody so they have all the details. But so the next one will be on February 12th at 10 a.m. Okay.
yeah, that's what we're shooting for. We had one time where we just kind of went wondering if anybody's going to show up yet. And Michael was there and
Neil.
yeah. And then the next time there's a lot of COVID crap going on, so we didn't go.
Right.
And now this is the 3rd time, but this is the first time since the announcement's gone out.
Okay.
Right.
And then every month I'm thinking we'll pick up 1 or 2 people and they'll be regulars, but there'll be other people popping in and popping out. So you never know who will be there. And we picked Perkins because that's a place where you can have a coffee and a muffin and it won't cost much. And, or just a coffee. And then other people that want a full breakfast or a full lunch or whatever, they have a whole big stack of pancakes you can have.
Oh,
So whatever you want to do. We usually have a lunch. And at 10 o'clock, we have had, that's a little early for lunch, but whatever somebody wants, if you want to spend some money, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. And they have a raised section in the middle, but I told them I text the waitress we know there like right before, the day before and that right before. So supposedly they have a heads up, but they have a back section that's on the flat floor. So you don't anybody have to worry about steps or any of that. So
Very cool. That
I had a
sounds
good
good.
time.
Excellent.
So I have, while I'm talking here,
So go
I found
ahead.
this flyer on the Metro Parks therapeutic riding, and there's a phone number here. If somebody wants to call and set it up, that actually can set up meetings where I don't have a schedule or any of that. So whoever wants to have that, I can take a picture of this and text it to you, or I can just tell you right now.
Okay, this is
Can
for,
you- Therapy, horse riding.
oh, that's for the riding thing? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Wayne, hold that up. I'll grab the number. Give me a second.
Get your phone.
So it's 216-267-2525. Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, there's an email and what's that other thing?
A
Oh,
website.
website. Yeah, Valley
Valley
Riding. Yeah, I think it's called it's part of the Metro Parks, but it's run by another group. So I think they're leasing that since the Metro Parks had the stable there.
Okay.
And the horse Bobby rode was 7, and it's been doing that since it was 6. And when how horses rock back and forth from, resting their feet, all this stuff, it kind of shifted one side to the other, and Bobby held on with a death grip and said, "Oh!" and hi. And the horse looked back and turned its ears, and from then on, it shifted really slow. So it picked up on its own that this is a different rider, so I better be careful. So it was really neat.
That's cool.
But that does cost some money. That's not, insurance doesn't pay for that. And just to give you a heads up, they give you a $25 fee, and you go and they put you on the horse and they call it an evaluation. And they walk you around the ring or let you get off as fast as you can if that's what you want. And then they say, well, you passed or didn't pass the evaluation. Would you like to ride? And then you say yes or no or whatever. So that's $25. And that's probably a half hour, maybe.
Okay.
However long it takes, kind of. And they explain everything. And there's somebody that walks on both sides of the horse. And if you need somebody to walk next to you, just to hold your hand or you make sure you're not sliding or whatever. And the sessions are 10 weeks. And that's $325. So it's a little pricey, but you're talking about horses here and they have to eat and be cleaned up and they need a building and all that. So it's not like a snowmobile where you just roll it out of the snow pile and you go with it.
Yeah.
But anyway, and then they have 3 or 4 sessions a year. And if it's crummy weather, you stay in the ring. But if it's nice, they take you out on a trail and you walk down the trail and walk back. So that's kind of neat. And if you're curious, you can go down to the stables and they'll let you walk all the way in the back. And they have a little viewing area with bleacher seats or a flat area if you don't want to sit on the bleachers. And you're behind glass and you can watch what the other classes do. Some people, there was a few people there with autism and a few other people that had other things, and I had no idea what was going on, but they were different levels of disabilities. And they have you put your arms straight out and walk that way, and they have you twist to the right and twist to the left, and some people could do that and some people couldn't. Bobby's more of a death grip rider where she's holding that horn. And she wasn't afraid of heights till her stroke, and she was more stable, where since her stroke, she's less stable. So we thought being up on a horse on an unstable surface might be good therapy for her. Well, the other problem is it was on the same day she did golf, and golf was at 11, and then we did lunch, and that didn't start till 4. So it's already the end of the day, and she's already tired. So some days that she didn't ride, I asked them, I grew up with horses and stuff. So I asked the lady, I said, hey, can you tie the horse up between the stables or stalls and give us a couple of combs and curry combs and stuff. And we'll just brush it down and mess with it. So she says, oh yeah. So I was brushing it down when Bobby was talking to it, messing around with that, that end kind of. And it turned out really good. That was almost more fun than riding. So if you don't feel like riding, just tell them I'm too tired today. I can't ride. And they'll put the horse in the stall and let you comb with it and pet with it. And I had already known that horses like peppermint candies. So I thought I'd sneak one to it. And nobody is around, and we're in the stable hallway, which is 10 feet wide probably. And I sneaked this horse of peppermint. And for 10 minutes, the horse was going lump, 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 and the whole aisleway smelled like peppermint. So the one lady walked by and she kind of stopped and looked. And I said, shh, I snuck him a peppermint. And she goes, yeah, I thought I smelled peppermint down here. So you can't sneak that one in, that the horse doesn't know to keep its mouth shut. So, but that was fun. But that's something you could go and watch if you don't want to do it, or watch and decide if you want to do it. And I don't know if you can go and pet the horse and comb it out and all that if you're not part of the session. But because we paid and we weren't riding that day, they let us do that. But ask, it can't hurt. It worked for us. We walked in there and we said, hey, can we watch them ride in the stable? They said, yeah, go on back. There's seats back there. You can watch. So, we just thought one afternoon, let's go see what's going on at the stables. And they were real friendly with us, let us in. You got to see the dog that lives there and a couple cats, So it was kind of fun afternoon just checking it out. So you guys should start out with that. But get the lady to come and talk, and she'll give out pamphlets and all that kind of stuff.
That sounds really good. Hey, Robert, good to see you.
Oh.
You're muted, buddy. Can you turn your mic on? Okay,
I forgot again. At
Yeah.
least I got in for the last 5 minutes, maybe.
there you go. Well, I'll have the replay on Facebook so everybody can watch it, and on the website. On the Reset website, I always have the archive of the meetings. So if you miss any of them that we're recording on Zoom, we can always watch the replay. So,
Okay.
we did a recipe. Karen taught us how to make corn succotash, and we kind of talked about what's going on for the upcoming year, the different meetings that we've got scheduled. Do a book club, and maybe have a speaker from the Metro Parks and the Turn. And Michael got in contact with a research study, that Teresa had introduced him to. So we've got some good things in store for the upcoming year.
Cool.
Yeah. So how was your
Yeah.
holiday?
All right.
That's
Doing
good.
good. I did good. A lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Not liking this cold though.
No.
Same here.
Okay, if I could interject, I got the pamphlet.
A pamphlet for who?
Preventative care.
Preventative care for Cuyahoga County.
Yeah. I did all the service they offer.
Oh, okay.
Oh, services. Oh. You could probably find that online.
Yeah,
Okay.
and each service only $5.
Oh, wow. So is it, do they have a website?
They have a phone number. Hey, Damon, what's it called again?
Preventative care maintenance.
Preventative care maintenance. Okay. Yeah, I'll look that up. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay.
They even got stuff on the dietitian.
I got you.
Okay,
I think I found it. I'm gonna send the link in the chat.
all right,
Yeah, I
Um,
don't know what they do, but we'll certainly find out.
Yeah,
all right.
I'm sending the link now. Oops. Do.
You guys have great resources.
Mm.
Yes.
We really
Yeah,
appreciate it.
they came to my other store group and talked about their service. Some of the instructors.
Let's see. Because yeah, it looks like they got physical therapy and preventative wellness services, rehab services. But you said that they have dietitian there as well.
And it's only $5?
Yeah,
Wow. That's
whatever,
awesome.
whatever class you want to take up, it's a $5 per session.
Wow.
Okay. That's really, really nice.
So I guess it's giving the students an opportunity
Yeah,
to practice. So you get to be a guinea pig.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah. Let me send another link. So I sent a link in the chat.
Is that it, Tri-C?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me see if I can share that.
I've done physical therapy before, and you're still talking to a professor that's knowledgeable. So it's not just the students working with you, and you can get a lot of good questions answered as well.
That's really good.
Yeah,
I don't think they give the students scalpels, so it's not not too bad.
Well, they had a similar class that I did. Karen was there at Cleveland State, and it was with a group. There were of like 3 or I had 3 students, and they're overseen by actual licensed physical therapist and the professors. So they get to learn how to put a curriculum together and a program together for a guinea pig like me. But anything that need to be fine-tuned or overlooked or supervised, they had it plenty. So I highly recommend it. And it was completely free.
Yeah. That's very cool. So this one they do charge a little bit for, but the $5 for a session is pretty good.
Yeah, when
Okay.
I went, it was $5 a session.
Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah, that really is amazing because students really benefit from working with the stroke patients.
Yes.
You know, the more stroke patients they can get in to see what different, different feel for every stroke patient is different. And so it's always really great for students, for sure.
That's awesome.
Thanks, David.
Thank you, Damon.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Wayne, I was looking through my old stuff the other day and I found my 6th grade graduation book where you signed me. You were in my 6th grade class and you signed it for me, my yearbook.
Oh, wow.
Oh, really?
If we ever meet again, I'll bring it. You can look at it. It's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. It's the 6th grade yearbook.
6th grade.
Yeah,
At Forest View.
yeah. And they tore that school down now, so
Yeah,
it's not even there.
Mrs. Stouffer.
Oh, I remember that lady. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I knew the office there pretty good. One time my parents told me, when the teacher tells you to do something, you have to do it. Well, here, the gym teacher was trying to tell me to do something, and he wasn't my teacher, so I told him I didn't have to listen to him. And here I said, I've had it and I wasn't going to go home. So I start walking home. So here he traced me down and he grabbed me and swung me around and put me over his shoulder to take me back to school. And he claimed I punched him in the nose. And I claimed when he spun me around, my arm just went around. I don't know the whole story. And so next thing you know, my parents are down there discussing the same thing and they're getting familiar with the office. So, but the funny thing is the principal, I mowed her lawn. She lived about 8 houses up from me. So she knew me already from mowing the lawn and washing windows and doing all that stuff around the house, cleaning gutters. And so I treated her more like a little old lady that lived down the street, not the principal. And that was a little bit, I guess I should have had a more professional level when I was at school. I don't know. But yeah, so I have all these little stories about stuff like that. But not really a bad kid, but I may not have been perfect. So then I got to tell you this. So that gym teacher I punched in the nose in like 3rd grade or whatever it was, 6 years later or whatever, he's the high school gym teacher. And I come walking into class and he goes, "Hey, I know you. Remember when?" And I thought, oh, I'm in for it now. So, but I was pretty athletic. So he kind of got along with me okay. But that was kind of funny. Wayne Gray, if you know that name.
Yeah, I know Wayne Gray.
Yeah, he moved out of high school and he was there long enough that I caught up to him.
I didn't know he was at Fortview.
Yeah, he was there. I think it was 3rd grade when I did that. Maybe 4th, I don't know. But yeah, I moved in the Bay when I was 4. And the next year I started, grade school. And I was there all the way through high school and through all the different systems. And I went through grade school, junior high, middle school, and in high school. But I changed like 4 different buildings. I went to the high school when it was a middle school. No, when it was junior high. I forget. But anyway, I went to the high school and then I came back to another building, so
Right.
we were the only year that had middle school and a junior high. The only
Right.
grade.
I was there too. My mom was the dietitian in the cafeteria at the middle school.
Oh,
And then in the junior high too, when it was at the middle school.
oh yeah. Yeah, she probably remembers me. I don't know what happened. I walked by a fire extinguisher and it went off. And that kind of cleared out the cafeteria during lunch one time. And they weren't sure who exactly did it. And I don't know either, supposedly, but I was in that area. But anyway.
All right.
So
Well, those two show what a small world it really is.
yeah, we re-met in the
Absolutely.
stroke group.
Yes.
We re-met in the reset group. Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah.
All right. Well,
I don't
Karen, what do
remember you
think?
being a rabble rouser.
Yeah,
I know all the rabble rousers.
I was in the back corner usually. I did it in a sneaky way, so I never got caught. I mean, I was close to the people that were doing things. But anyway.
I see.
Yeah.
I'll have to look you up more.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you think, Karen? Do you think we're done for the night? Is that everything?
Yeah, I will call the Rocky River Stables and find out a little bit more about them. And then we can discuss that. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks,
That
everybody.
sounds real good. Thank you.
Did you guys talk about when we're meeting in person?
We haven't had that discussion, but we talked about the Perkins meeting, the unsanctioned breakfast on February 12th. At Perkins in Middleburg Heights, 10 a.m. So I'll post it to the Facebook page. Are you on Facebook?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I'll make sure that it goes on tonight after the meeting, after we log off.
Okay.
All right.
I like that, Perkins.
Yeah.
Mm.
I've never been to Perkins.
Oh, it's a good restaurant.
Yes.
All right.
One of the few ones left.
Yes. For
And
sure.
they have, that Perkins has discounts for people that were in the military. You have to bring your military card and they'll take some off of your check.
Well, yeah, it's on your driver's license nowadays too.
Okay.
Got a little flag on it.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, they
Plus,
just.
if you're over 55, you get a discount. So we get a double discount. I tried, they don't give it.
All right,
It doesn't hurt to ask.
absolutely.
Good night, everybody.
All right, good night.
Good night, everyone.
Have a good week.
You too.
Stay warm.